Now we turn to London, where a night at the theatre turned into a frightening affair for hundreds of people. A large section of the ceiling at the Apollo Theatre collapsed onto the audience Thursday, injuring at least 70 people, 7 of them seriously. And although it's still too early to know what caused the collapse, officials say they don't suspect any foul play.
The Apollo Theatre was packed with more than 700 people at the time. Everyone trapped in the building has now been freed.
It happened at the packed theatre in Shaftesbury Avenue during a performance of the curious incident of the dog in the night time. At least 8 fire engines are at the scene. Members of the audience reported a crackling noise before the collapse and clouds of dust as the theatre, built in 1901, was plunged into darkness. Some initially thought what happened was part of the show. The full extent of the injuries is unclear.
We saw 2-3 people get up in the front row of the balcony bit, and then quite quickly the next row and the next row, and they all started going that way, and then we heard a creak, and then the ceiling, which is presumably plaster or something, it just slowly, and then just the whole thing just collapsed, just suddenly like that, and then instantly load of dust everywhere, and you couldn't see anything, and there was just look out something, but straight away the ushers in the aisles straight away opened the doors, don't run, exits this way, exit, and it wasn't mad, it wasn't completely dark, lights up and things. So everyone a lot of people got out, thankfully, but people down in the stalls, we could hear sort of a lot of, what's going on?
The seriously injured were taken to a nearby hospital in central London. Others with less severe wounds were treated in the lobby of a nearby theatre. Hundreds of emergency workers remain at the scene, but firefighters say that all people trapped have now been freed.
We were looking at the acting, and then the actor turned around and said, "Watch out." We initially thought it was part of the play.
The Apollo was built in 1901. It's in the city's West End Theatre District. Police are trying to determine what caused the collapse.
For one London ambulance crew, the first word of a major incident. By coincidence, we were filming with paramedics when news of an emergency at London's Apollo Theatre came through. Nearby theatres were soon turned into triage centres to treat the injured. Meanwhile, emergency services tried to establish what exactly had happened during the performance of this award-winning play.
There has been a collapse of heavy plaster from what appears to be the roof of the auditorium within the theatre. That's fallen down to the upper circle, the dress circle and the stalls. Consequently, we've got a large number of casualties, many of whom are walking wounded, who have been rescued by firefighters, paramedics and police officers, and are currently being treated and taken to hospitals in the area.